last thing here for you. We took note of quite a remarkable bit of commentary following Joe Biden's State of the Union speech. This was over on Fox News. Harold Ford Jr., I don't know if you guys remember this guy. He was a Democratic congressman. He's always sort of like positioned himself as a moderate / corporatist kind of guy. Here's what he had to say in critique of Joe Biden's speech.
Harold, you know, we talked about polls right before the midterms, and they didn't turn out how Republicans thought they were going to, with Democrats outperforming where they were. And that has emboldened this president and this White House.
Look, we talk about his energy, and Larry touched on. He's 80 years old. It took him 30 minutes to get out that chamber. I mean, he would stayed another 30 minutes had they not gavelled the thing down. Two, I agree with you, Larry. I don't like when American presidents pit U.S. companies against people. I know what the president's trying to get at, but we need a fair tax system. But pharma was good to us during COVID. Big oil is important to us as we now find ourselves at a war a war in Ukraine. So I think that us versus them thing is not necessarily the thing to do. But we need a fair tax code. Even you and I start talking about how we could agree on the Medicaid expansion by making work requirements. Those are the things we need.
I agree with you.
Yeah, he agrees. You know,
really agrees with him.
We all gotta just get together, and we should stop pitting companies against people. And Big Pharma, they were good to us.
They were good to us.
Big Oil, they were good to us too. Oh my God, I don't even know. Like that is probably what the most perfect distillation of just corporatism. Like that's it, right?
That's it. Yeah. That was a former. He used to be a real Morning Joe regular.
This guy's literally a Democratic congressman,
or
was. It's like, what are you doing? And yeah, it's insanity that anybody would think that way. It's also a perfect example, by the way, Larry Kudlow. He's picked by Trump. Why? Because he supposedly looks good and does well on television. I don't really know where anyone got that idea, but that's what they believe. That's it. Big Pharma was good to us during the pandemic. How can you possibly believe that? Like,
and Pfizer, let's keep in mind, Pfizer, very good to us.
Yeah.
Set to increase the price of the vaccine by 400%, people. So the idea that these companies are like, oh, they're out there for the good of their... Okay, they made so much money off of the backs of U.S. taxpayers based on, by the way, research that was originally funded, the technology originally funded, that, you know, this research came from U.S. taxpayers. So, I mean, it's just a blatant display of corporatism. It reminded me, Saagar, of our favorite Stephanie Ruhle moment, where it's like, of all the things that you could criticize Biden for in this speech, this is what you're upset about? Like, that's the best part of the speech, that he's going after these people who have been screwing over the American public, who've been price gouging them, jacking up their prices and pretending like, oh, it's just inflation, while their profit margins go through the roof. He needs to lean into that more. And so it reminds me of Stephanie Ruhle when he said something about, you know, Main Street and Wall Street and whatever, and she went on her whole like, I don't live on Park Avenue, but I live pretty close. And, you know, I got there because I worked my butt off, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So they take umbrage at like actually the better things that Biden does and completely ignore the failings. It's an amazing moment.
Yeah, it's one of those where I'm never going to get, I can't imagine going on national television and being like, you know what, I got to stick up for Big Pharma in the middle of the speech.
Yeah, well, it'd be worth taking a look at.
Checks, I guess.
I was going to say it'd be worth taking a look at, like, who's he lobbying for these days? What kind of boards is he sitting on? There might be some financial disclosures that may need to be made there as well.
These people are so shameless.
Hey guys, ready or not, 2024 is fully upon us now, and Saagar and I have been brainstorming ways that we can really up our game for this critical election.
Yeah, we rely on our premium subs to expand our coverage, to add staff, to upgrade the studio. We just want to give you the best independent coverage of this election, which is possible. So if you can help us out, become a premium subscriber today, breakingpoints.com, or the link is down here in the description video. It really means the world to us, and if you like what we're all about, this is the best possible way to keep us 100% independent, working only for you.